big booty ball sack bitches.
Thank you! We started with that. Anyways, welcome to our strange podcast we decided on the fly to do.
Because we're talking about our thoughts, like hippies.
And by thoughts, we were literally talking about our dreams.
Our dreams are my sins.
Anyways, try and resume what we were talking about and give context if needed.
I will restart the stream because it's a little kooky.
And I am excited. You can hear it in my voice.
So, sure. But, it's probably that case. Anyways. And this is a little weird because this was before I got pregnant with Ruth. And I just started modding Minecraft, like the horror mods. And I found the anomaly and I modded it with that one, and I've been using it. That's why I got this dream. But and we went on a Walmart trip, but for some reason I still remembered it. But I had a purple truck. There we go, kooky ass fucking dream already.
William Afton.
And what?
William Afton.
How dare you, Willie? How dare you, Willy Wonka, my fucking dream?
William Afton plus Willy Wonka.
Willy Wonka's my savior.
Anyways.
Wait, where was I again? Oh. I had a
the purple
truck,
car.
And fuck. And I had a tree house that was like, you know, two trees that were like connected to each other. So ouch. So
Congratulations!
yeah. So I had like some kind of like weird bridge, and this tree house was in the Walmart parking lot. And my dad wanted to meet me at the entrance, you know, the between part with the carts. And I get out of my treehouse, and I forgot to add that this parking lot, regardless of my treehouse and my purple truck, was still full of cars. Because other people, you know. And I leave my treehouse to go see Dad. And my treehouse is probably the same distance as maybe mid parking lot to the entrance, and I was diagonal too, so it was like I was in the middle of the parking lot, and the grocery entrance was like closer to like the exit of the parking lot. And all of a sudden I kept hearing the anomaly. I was like, weird. This isn't Minecraft. And realistic, like who the fuck stripped my wood, you motherfuckers?
I didn't do anything.
I'm gonna touch your teddy bear in your sleep, you little mongrel. Anyways.
I'm scared.
Shit. Oh, wait, okay, good, I didn't lose it. And succeed. Ouch.
Are you okay?
And this anomaly was crawling, you know, what it does when it's trying to get through a window?
Yes.
It was doing that at me. It was like going on all fours, it was crawling, it was scary as shit. Where the fuck was that noise? Anyways. And I was running for my life. I was fucking terrified. And then I finally made it to the entrance, and Dad he's acting so much like an NPC. Because I was like, alright, I'm here, Dad. And he's like, just standing there, and he's like, I don't even know why I'm here. What the fuck do you mean? So here I'm just standing there like, okay, then are you sure? Like, what are you doing here? It's like, I'm waiting for your family, I'm waiting for your mom and your sister. I'm like, okay, whatever. So I ended up leaving, and I ran regardless of the ugly not chasing me. I made it to my truck, and I left, and it was like some weird Left 4 Dead 2 outro style shit.
Burn!
Because I just ran over a bunch of cars with my big ass purple truck.
I'm going to mod that. I might alt-tab right now and mod that while we continue with our stories.
My purple truck.
I'm gonna do it.
Oh no. I'm gonna have PTSD.
Anyways, continue if there's more.
But, oh shit, I need to get across there. Fuck. But, that's pretty much it, and then I woke up all kinds of confused. I was like, what the fuck was that?
I mentioned it a moment ago, but I've had 2 crazy dreams that I think I had after I took some, allergy-based meds for the first time. And after I woke up, a few weeks later, I think I realized I just dreamt the plot of a video, and it's something I just kept joking about for your dream you were just talking about. The first one I can think of was... Totally impossible right now, by the way, but I think I somehow I managed to own this pool. Like a backrooms pool-looking thing.
Oh, that scared me.
And I managed to own that. I opened it to the public for... Well, later in the dream, I opened it for the public to swim in, so it's like a public pool thing. But I somehow would electrify the water, and I decided to go full-on William Afton power hungry and thought, yep, I'm going to harvest people's souls with it. And that was exactly what I spent the dream doing. Opened it, killed people, harvested souls, and I don't remember what exactly it was for. But that was my first crazy dream, and I think I was literally dreaming of myself as William Afton from FNAF.
What the fuck?
Drugs can do some strange things to your dreams.
Yeah, no shot.
I think I remember
Yeah, I didn't.
later on, I went into the back rooms of this place and it was like super haunted, so I was maybe doing it because of this weird entity in the building, which I wouldn't... What if there's something in my house making me want to do this?
Greetings.
That's my first one I can think of, and... great, now they don't want to talk about it, it leaves my brain, the second one. Oh, yes! So I'm pretty sure that one I think was part of me dreaming myself as William Afton. This next one, I absolutely dreamt myself in the plot of a video I saw. So, dream starts crazy with either my 2 brothers going missing or dying. My mother goes insane, and she starts kidnapping these people to try and get them to act like them and replace them.
That's scary.
And I just remember the most I was able to do in the dream was me and my dad were going through these newspapers trying to find who these people even were. Because at this point they were long gone. They were just brainwashed to be like my brothers. That's the second dream.
That's fucking scary.
I found the truck. I found the moddable truck. And because I briefly mentioned it on the topic of your last stream, you mentioned the treehouse, and that jolted in my memory the dream I had last night. Suddenly, my neighbor, I was just sitting out in my yard, and my neighbor had this really long clothesline between my other neighbor's house and his house, like, across the street. And he had it, like, it reminded me of a Barbie doll house, but it was big enough that you could probably have 2 people living in it. And he just had it put up on the clothesline, and he was able to, he was able to drag it across the road with it between houses, like this slightly portable house. That was just a crazy contraption I remembered that I'm gonna try when I get older.
What's that kind of remind me of when me and my family, we got blocked off because there was like 2 trucks, ironically enough, bringing a house to a different state.
Oh yeah, those I know what you're talking about.
We were on a freeway, and there was 2 of them that blocked off the whole freeway.
Yeah, I ran into those a couple weeks ago now.
It gave me Minecraft butt cheek vibes.
What?
These houses be twinning. Take a shit.
We are making that one house from Venturian Tale.
I'm trying to remember more dreams.
Same with me. I think we're probably gonna talk about dreams for a while. And I bet they're gonna get crazier and crazier, probably. We're gonna say, like, we didn't have many crazy dreams, and then remember ones that just get crazier when we explain it.
They're very vivid, too.
Usually mine are quite connected, but I just don't remember my dreams so well when I wake up.
Didn't I mention that I also, that bald guy I mentioned earlier?
Yes.
Like,
Give context quickly.
The audience what I was talking about. It's a white bald guy who was wearing like a blue polo, and his face is always blurred, so I can't remember his face. And I've been dreaming about this guy since I worked at the hotel, so that was like 3, like 2, maybe a year and a half ago. So yeah, he's still haunting my brain.
I would assume whoever you see in your dreams has got to be somebody you've seen somewhere.
And that very bald guy has made me scared of one room in particular at the hotel, and I'll never walk into it, even if I have to do housekeeping.
When you worked there?
I did. And it's the very first room closest to where I work. It's room 1. It's been so long, I can't even remember what. 113, 114, I can't remember. But yeah. Basically, there's like a big fat murder that happened in that room. And that bald guy did it, including, like, killed my husband in there too. It was really scary.
And as you said earlier, but not recording, I haven't really had dreams. I haven't really had dreams involving somebody trying to kill me so much, except for the one I just told you before we started this one.
Want to retell for the audience?
I had it. I'd say maybe a few months ago, I had a heart-pounding dream involving. It was a few weeks after I had my driver's ed class. And I dreamt myself falling asleep and dreaming. So yes, I dreamt myself dreaming in a dream. And I was aware of that in the dream. So, I get into the dream, and then I decide, hey, I'm dreaming. Since there's no consequences, why don't I hijack my mother's car and drive out and see if I can do what I've learned? And I tried horribly. I describe it as if you tried running in a nightmare and it's really hard to do. And I knew I was shitty at driving, so I later on, around nighttime, decided, yeah, I'm crap at this. I need to get out of here before I cause something terrible. And something I forgot to mention when I told it to you that I'm gonna bring up here is, through that, I said I was aware that I was dreaming in the dream, so I did it. And so, while midway through driving, when I decided, yeah, I'm done with this, I'm gonna wake up. And then, I was having such a hard time trying to wake up in the dream that I thought, oh shit, wait, I'm not dreaming. And that's when that's when panic starts setting in, because I now think, oh shit, I'm actually, consequences can happen now. And then now, I decided, okay, I'll just park at this nearby gas station, and then get my mother to come and pick me up. I'll explain later, because I knew I was going to get shit for what I did. And then, I go to the back of the gas station after I decide this, and then I get jumped by these 3 random people trying to kidnap me, trying to murder me. I don't know. They were suspicious before, at first, because I saw them there. And then I walked over, and then I got jumped by them. They were just picking me up. I was trying to squirm out of them. And I get saved by this random woman who I can't think of ever seeing in real life. And then I just hightail it out of the gas station. And I left behind the car because I knew if I was going to stick at the gas station, they were going to still be there. So I just ran out around a railroad track with the road still nearby. And at this point, it had gone pitch black night. And I was terrified out of my mind because I just experienced a near-death experience. And so I sat in the road, occasionally turning on my phone, trying to cover it with my body so that if there was anyone driving by, they wouldn't see the light lighting me up, hoping it wouldn't be them trying to hunt me. And I woke up that night just absolutely terrified, just my heart still pounding.
Speaking of dreams, okay, I was so early
Here we
in my
go.
pregnancy. I was super early in my pregnancy, so these dreams were super vivid, and I was also going through mood swings hella bad. So, I was dreaming of super sad, super scary, really deep shit. And I knew that whole week I was super worried about my guinea pigs because Peanut is getting old. He's 5 years old. He could die any day now, actually.
I'm sure that's fun to think of.
Yeah, but I was super worried about Peanut. This is when my bedroom was still like my office currently. The green one with the leaves and all that stuff. And can I hear my kid crying? Oh, goddamn. But anyways, I woke up at like, oh shit, I can't remember. I think it was like between 1 and 3 in the morning. But I still worked at Shell too. I was that early in my pregnancy before I quit. And I dreamed that I was holding Peanut really close to me, and he was dying in my arms. Like, he was doing like super sad squeaking noises, and it was so sad. And he died, and I remember I was between wake and asleep. I actually was crying in my sleep. I woke up with tears all over my face.
I have had plenty of those where you just wake up with dreams, or not dreams, like tears from a sad or another emotion from the dream.
Yeah, hold on, flashlight. My hallway is super scary at night. I wanted to make sure my child is still sleeping on the screen thing.
I'm trying to think of any...
Yeah. You've had those too, where you were, like, crying in your sleep?
I've had plenty of these. I mean, plenty.
For some reason, I kind of remember crying between wake and sleep because it turned pitch black when I woke up from my dream. Because then I immediately woke up when I realized I was crying. Like, oh, I didn't think I'd ever do this.
I don't think I've had one where I woke up crying after, but I have definitely felt the intense sadness in the dream and then woke up and realized I've had tears already on my face, so I did it while asleep.
Yeah, that was pretty traumatizing. And then the next night before I went to bed, I actually sat by the cage crying because I was looking at Peanut like, I'm sorry, I'm not a good guinea pig mom. I was so deep in my mood swings, I can recall what I was thinking while I was crying. Like, I was like, I'm not a good guinea pig mom, but if I'm not a good guinea pig mom, I'm not going to be a good parent to my child.
My deepest one I can think I had was... Actually, I also remember I had one like yours where I was crying in my sleep, but I was sleeping with somebody in the same room as me, and so when I woke up, they actually questioned me on, I saw you were crying, what happened? And it was probably around, my age was around 8 to 12. And it was the first time it truly kicked in that I was probably going to... When it truly kicked in that my parents were aging and I was probably going to see them die in my life. And my dream involved... And my dream involved them dying in a huge flood. And I had to be adopted by one of my brothers, I think I remember. And that's all I remember. That's the most I can remember from that one.
I remember mine dying in a tornado.
Right back to those! Do I want to retell any of those since we're recording now?
I'm not laughing because my parents died. I'm laughing because it's another fucking tornado dream.
Yeah, do we want to retell any of those now that we're recording? I like how we told the super sad dreams, and as soon as we got to a happier note, the rain stopped.
Happiness, penis.
Anyways, I mean, do we want to retell any of the tornado stories we were talking about before we started the recording?
What the fuck?
Ew, my pony femur!
Yeah, the tornado dream that I had recently. I will get into more detail with this one because there's some parts I completely forgot to say.
Like I had with the last dream.
Pretty much. But, I'm gonna make a couple shields. Hold on. I'll make you one too.
Yay! I can block shit!
I'm gonna put it in the chest. But, this tornado dream, remember the one I said I had, like, a perfect view over this, over Benton, where I live?
Yes.
And yes, I can say the town I live in because there's many towns named Benson around the U.S. Where are you gonna find me?
Oh boy, try!
Try me, bitch. But, yeah, I had perfect view over where the town I live in currently. And it was a massive tornado. It had to have been EF5, like in Oklahoma, like Tornado Valley type of EF5, like massive. But it didn't move. It didn't move much. It was super slow. So it was just slowly destroying Benson. And it stopped right next to my house, or like right above it. And basically, you can tell from the view I had what houses were made of brick and what were made of wood. Or like, you know, shitty material. and some, like, they were completely gone. You can still see, like, prints from, like, in the grass or, like, in the wherever where the houses were. I'm not hearing someone talking outside my door.
It's the guy from your dreams. It's fucking LSD Dream Emulator, the Gray Man.
But yeah, anyways, this is the detail I forgot to say. When I woke up, long story short, when I woke up, I immediately knew what I wanted to name the tornado. I named the tornado, I think it was End of World NATO or something like that.
It's Endo World NATO!
Because it was so big, it destroyed all of Benson and all of whatever towns were around. It was huge.
For my story...
I think I woke up to a point where I thought it meant something, and I made Mitchell lunch that morning. It was so scary.
In preparation of something, or just...
I don't know. I'm a witch, so I basically just think things have meaning. Things like that have meaning behind it or something. I'm like, I fucked up or something. I'm gonna go make my husband a lunch for the day. It's Jesus Christ.
Any more to say before I get into mine again?
That's it.
Mine was more basic. Again, you talking about that story had some more dreams, unrelated, jolt up, but I'll talk about the tornado first. Mine was basic, you hear about tornado, so we start preparing for it. And then I think we decided that, okay, we're fucked in this house, we can't really prepare for this tornado, because my house does not have a second floor or a basement. We have this really shitty bathroom to sit in if one ever does come through. So we just decided, okay, if we think there's enough time, we can just hightail it out of town and go somewhere. And so we drove out and got to just an open field before our car breaks down because we forgot to prepare the gas. And then we see the tornado in the distance. I don't think it formed. I think it was just already there, heading around our direction, and we realize, oh shit, now we're screwed, and so we just start running for our lives, and that's where that dream ended.
That's freaking terrifying. Normally people leave town when there's a hurricane, though.
I think that was why we left it. I don't remember fully if that was, but I think that was it.
Wait, when did you have this dream again?
I think that one was around I think the last 3 months, whether it was 3 months ago or maybe even it was this month. I don't remember, but there wasn't much to it that day. It was just kind of a random dream I had.
Oh, okay. Ow. Damn it. Like dumbass fell.
Now, you mentioning some of those details in your dream actually had some older dreams come back to my head. And one I think I actually told you once. And it's another one based on I dreamt myself inside a game that I played that week. Did any like that crop up in your mind, or still none?
No, not really.
Well, mine was... I actually remember having quite some fun in this stream, despite the fact it was terrifying at first. Was, if any of you... anyone who has played Half-Life, I had a voice crack!
You just hit puberty again.
I thought I already got past that! I want to grab this blanket while I try to tell this one.
Blanky.
It's so fluffy, despite the fact I turned off my air conditioner so we would sound okay. Anyways, if any of you viewers out there who have played Half-Life mods know, you've probably heard of the quite popular mod though called trying to tell a story while you're hearing your own voice repeated to you at the same time as disorienting need, but I can still do it. Anyways, any of you who has played Half-Life mods could probably remember the old mod called They Hunger. It's an old Half-Life mod that's essentially a zombie outbreak happens during the 1930s. Like a, George Romero type zombies. And I remember, I think it was because I played this once when I was probably 12, and I came back to it years later when I was maybe 18. So I had to stream around that time. But it was me, of course, experiencing the exact outbreak happening in my actual town. And I just remember I plan on making a actual animation based on the stream because I remember how it looked and I really want to recreate it. But I remember what it looks like if you ever like sit in a pitch black room and you drop a flashlight and it's shining in your face when you're looking at it. I just remember running away from all these zombies while the whole town looked like this. There was some windows and houses boarded, and I was trying to get back to my house. And when I got back to my house, it was actually set up like a Half-Life puzzle level. Like, there was a gate blocking the door to my living room. So I had to get through my house while it was slowly getting pursued by these super zombies outside the doors. Like, outside the house. And at one point, I am pretty sure I remember opening a cupboard in my kitchen, and I had a severed hand that was still moving on its own, not attached to anybody, jump out and attack me, which that was an actual enemy in the game. But that was a crazy... That's another crazy dream I had crop up because you mentioned something. Oh, yeah. I thought of that dream immediately again because I'd say... You say one thing you dream a lot about is the tornadoes. And you're either seeing them or preparing for them. You've had the tornadoes. I've actually, in my case, I've had zombies for that. I can recount plenty of dreams where most of it was us preparing for a zombie apocalypse that we know is coming up. And it just kind of plays out like you described for yours.
But I've actually had dreams with the tornadoes where my parents would be bulldozed by tornadoes. We had a half-assed basement in this one that I'm going to describe. So I'm eating a Starburst. And, you know, how do I describe this? You know those houses that we make in... You know those houses that you can make in Minecraft that are in, like, hills?
I think, like, the last one we made?
Yeah. And this is what that's what our basement was, basically. It was really half-assed. And me and my guinea pigs survived, but my parents did not. Like, this tornado, like, was a dick for some fucking reason. I remember it just bulldozed my parents in front of me. Just
somehow.
My parents were pancakes.
I don't think I've actually had a dream related to, like I just said, related to, like, maybe the zombies killing my parents or somebody I know. but I feel like a recurring thing I've had in my dreams that always induce some anxiety in me is, like, preparing for something you know is coming. Like, in the zombies, of course, we hear of it breaking out somewhere else, so we start preparing, and we know it's coming our way. The tornado, we know it's hit somewhere, or we know a storm is coming, so we're preparing for that or trying to run.
I don't think I've ever had zombie apocalypse ones, though.
I remember your sister said that she had one once that involved our dog we used to have infecting us, and then I died.
Abby's dreams were fucking weird.
Which reminds me of a particularly strange dream I had, I think the day you went in labor, because it was my big day for, I think my dream will give some context. My next wacky dream I had was, I am very certain I can remember why I had the dream. But this dream involved, I don't know how we got to it, but it involved, we managed to time travel. We managed to time travel, and we went to, I believe we went to my town's high school, and then we time traveled from essentially present day to, I believe, 1950s. And I remember it was surprisingly casual. It wasn't like we time traveled to the 1950s and saw these crazy things you would never see now. It was just, we saw people with the clothes you would maybe expect. They were acting a bit how you would expect. But what I remember most was two things. One was, we went to, as I said, we went to, I think I said my town's middle school, and when we time traveled, we found it wasn't a middle school at that point, it was actually a, okay, I'm noticing a theme now that I'm saying these dreams out loud, but it was also a pool. That's the third one I've mentioned now. But okay, so that was, the place was a frickin' pool. And we time traveled there, and we were actually having quite a blast. And I remember actually saying, why don't we just stay here? And then why I decided against it was because, well, I'm saying that, but what if somebody 100 years from then says that about my time? And so I decided to go back. I don't know why that exact thought completely convinced me to go back, but it did.
You and pools.
The more I remember it, I have had so many dreams that involve pools that I think, now that I think of it, that dream I said I had last night also involved a pool.
God damn it.
I think it's because pools have been such an awesome, fun place, but I very rarely get to go to them, so they seem really mystical and fun. So of course, when I'm dreaming about it, it's the big cool thing.
Well, whenever I dreamed about pools, I was, like, swimming in one. Okay, you know how scared I am of getting my face underwater?
I'm still the same.
Yeah, and I'd be dreaming of actually being able to breathe in the water and see, like, no problem.
Talking about what I just said with the dream I had last night, it wasn't really connected to it, but it of course involved me being at a pool, and I remember actually noticing in the dream when it happened that I think it's the first dream I had where I get into water and I perfectly swam. No problems, because I'll just say that I don't know how to swim now. And the last time I tried, I actually almost killed myself. Which that's a... It's a brief but well, quote-unquote funny story, but it's just the last time I tried to swim, I almost killed myself.
You're a goofy goober, yeah. Goofy, goofy, goofy goober, yeah.
That sidetracked me so hard. I was trying to talk about something else, and now I can't remember.
Why don't you remember?
I can't remember. I don't remember what train of thought I was trying to get through. I lost my train ticket.
Oh man, I get it.
I lost the ticket. I can't remember now. Okay, now I just had another dream. I had another dream just pop up in my mind. I want to bring this up because... Do you ever dream of like, does something appear in one dream, and then maybe years later, or even maybe weeks later, you dream again and actually have that same thing appear in that next dream?
The ball deck?
Yeah, that could be one. But for me... Are these your torches in this cave?
Maybe.
Anyways, mine is actually quite funny, because I remember... This is a really old dream. I may have been like 4 to 6 when I had this first one. Maybe. I think I was in elementary when I had this dream. Not much about the first dream, but it was just I was in this school, this like really crazy Dr. Seuss looking school, and I don't remember what I did, but one day I got awarded this stupid badge for something. I don't remember what it was called, what it was for. I just got this badge one day and I was proud of it. And then, years later, that was an elementary school dream. And then around when I started high school, I think, I dreamt again, but it was me and another relative. We came to that exact school, but it was long abandoned. And we decided to just kind of poke around, look around. And I found... This detail in this later dream makes me think, said badge I got in the first dream was supposed to be like, you're special, this is the only one we got. And then in that next dream, I go to the teacher's desk, open this drawer, find there's like 8 of that said badge, and then just get angry and think, that bitch said it was the only one!
This bitch made me feel special, you whore.
That was just that was one funny dream I remembered. I feel like I had another come back and I forgot about it when I was telling more details about that one.
And also, as a woman, I don't think you'd understand this one. I've had dreams about
cheese.
You do, all along.
Yeah. Fucking pony feet.
We're going to dream about these fuckers eventually. What was I gonna say? There was a dream I was gonna talk about after you said yours, but I can't remember now.
Meanie had dreams. It's a little bimbo in the mob spawner.
Oh god, I'm gonna go to you. Wait, hold on! Place a torch on it so we can keep it, but they don't spawn. There we go! Fuck you, bimbo! My axe broke! There. We can keep him. Midget bimbo. Even if we did get all of it captured, I mean, we spent a while talking about dreams, so that was fun.
Or if you missed the third.
You noticed him! You noticed my boy!
kissed my boy.
You